I'm already experiencing, there is vivid experiences. We see colors, we hear sounds, so many vivid experiences are happening. And if you try to explain that analytically, if you go to human brain, neuroscience, how much ever science you want to do, you do. This simple fact, for example, you are looking at this blue, this blueness, you can't explain, which is happening in your experience right now. This blueness can't be explained by using thought process, by using science, by using any amount of logic, which means something is already happening as simple as this, the experience of blueness, which is already happening every moment, so many experiences. Even that moment to moment experience, thought can't explain. If you really see that, if you're true, very intellectual, you will see it. If you see that, now on the one hand, you know for sure that there must be something that is making it happen because it's happening already. On the other hand, thought has come to a dead end. Now you have come to an impasse. Something is happening and you don't know how to explain it. If you stay at that impasse enough, intensely enough, something else will open up. Something more than thought has to open. Because dead end of thought doesn't mean you saw a wall and you simply came back, oh, this is a dead end. No, it's not that. Coming to dead end of thought means you know for sure there is something more. You are absolutely excited, but at the same time you have hit a wall. When you come to that kind of impasse, only something more will happen. And using your intellect to come to that, I don't know how many people can do it. It can be done, but I don't know how many can really do it. Even the most intellectual ones don't do it. I have seen many. There is an innate assumption in us that thought is the ultimate. Thought can answer everything. And therefore, even when they see the dead end, when they see this, there can't be an explanation to this. They don't want to accept it. And that is when they become philosophers. They will give rise to some ism. They will go to even such an extent, you may be surprised to know, I don't know if you know this, what has happened in Western philosophy. When they came to this question, when they were great thinkers, they thought logically, and they came to this question, they realized we can't explain even this simple experiences that we are having every moment. When they realized it, you know what they did? When they realized it can't be explained by logic, they denied that there is something called experience. They simply denied that there is something called conscious experience because they wanted to give, they didn't want to accept that thought has failed. Thought has taken up such superiority complex that they don't want to accept that thought has failed. So they have simply denied that they're conscious. Can you believe that? It's not, I'm not making up things. There are a huge group of philosophers who say that we are not conscious, that we don't have any conscious experience. They openly say that they are zombies. There are prominent philosophers saying. Now that is one kind of thing, that is one kind of people, but it doesn't matter what kind of philosophical conclusions you make, whatever type of conclusions you come to, you're ultimately giving the highest position to thought because you want to make it look like thought has explained it. It doesn't matter what ism it is. If materialism is one thing, but there is another thing called idealism. And they will say, no, there is something more. It is called consciousness. It is universal, blah, blah. What is happening? Again, it is thought explaining words. But if they really held to that question and wondered about it, just sat with the question, something more than thought would have happened. The brain thing is one example. There are hundreds of things like that. They will come to the dead end of logic. Then they will look around and they will decide randomly which side to go, and they will go one side and start explaining. I will become idealist, I will become materialist, I will become realist, some ism. So they will take on some conclusion, basically some thought structure, and hold on to their whole life, argue about it, go on and on. Basically, they are just boosting their thoughts, nothing else. So the line between becoming a philosopher and a spiritual, becoming spiritual, is this, that you don't yield to thought. If you don't yield to thought, no conclusion. I don't even want consciousness conclusion. I don't even want God conclusion. I want no conclusion, because conclusions will just be within my thought only. They're again thought. By making some, coming to some explanations, you are again just yielding to thought only in some other way. You may say, no, there is something beyond thought, that is God, that is consciousness. But what is getting puffed up, what is getting fattened is only thought, your thought process, nothing else. So with this, I don't know how many people will come to it, this Jnana Yoga, how many will do it. Some will yield to thought with simple conclusions. They will do their own level of things. So like this, people will do at superficial level, they will do their own conclusions. Some will do it in the name of science, some will do it in the name of philosophy, some will do it in the name of spirituality, some will do it in the name of this, whatever, Vedanta or this Anta, whatever spiritual school it is. So eventually they will just yield to thought.